Hey guys, it's Alicia here, and I am here to do a wrestling talk. I'm going to be talking about only three people. I'm going to talk about Undertaker and rumors of a WWE Hall of Fame induction for 2021. And I'm going to talk about Otis, and I'm going to talk about Otis and rebranding and gimmick and probably getting a new gimmick. And I also want to talk about Tucker as well. And then I do want to talk about the situation with Vince McMahon as well. So let's get started. So I want to start off with Undertaker right quick. So as y'all know, Undertaker recently retired after 20 plus years in the industry. Oh my God, I want to say 20 plus years because I don't know how many years he's been doing this, but I know he's been doing it since 1990. He has done everything. I kind of saw wrestling a little bit when I was very, very, very young, but as I got, you know, sixth grade, that's when I start really watching wrestling and everything. And I got to experience it's certain parts of Undertaker's career I got to see and think. And I can actually will tell you my favorite thing about Undertaker will have to be his American, you know, bad, you know, stitch. That was one of my favorite. And then I liked that he has kept this dead man walking gimmick, but he has evolved it all through the years to get me to say Undertaker is one of the best. I feel like one of the best wrestlers. And as y'all know, I have always told y'all one of my favorite moments with Undertaker will have to do with Undertaker, Stephanie, and Stable, Vince McMahon, and Albert, and everything. That has always been my favorite moment and everything. This is when Albert was trying to hurt Stephanie, and Undertaker came out into her defense and beat down beat down Albert and stuff. And then the following week, who addressed Vince McMahon? Undertaker. Undertaker did not like how he treated his own daughter because of a stable. To get me to say, I think that was the crowning moment for me when I say that's my favorite moment. Anything, everybody has their favorite Undertaker moment, and I was so invested with the streak. I just wish they did not have him lose to Brock Lesnar and stuff the first time he with that streak lose to Brock Lesnar. That should have never happened. I'm just gonna say the streak should have never been touched. I'm gonna say it. The streak should have never been touched. Now since he's have retired and everything, it has rumors are rumbling that he might be inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame. It's well deserved. Very well deserved. Now, do I think everybody will think he deserves it? Yes. I mean, come on, 20 plus years in the WWE. But I will say this. Undertaker deserves it. So let me hear from y'all. Do y'all think Undertaker deserves his, you know? So now let's talk about Tucker right quick. As y'all know, Tucker and Otis are on two different brands, and Tucker costs Otis his Money in the Bank briefcase. We're gonna talk about that in a minute. Y'all, let me just tell y'all this. I think Tucker has been underutilized. And when I say underutilized, he's not being used in the right way. He's not the mid-card. He's like a lower mid-card. Like he's somebody you do the joke, you do the gimmick like matches with, and I'm like, I mean, I see more for Tucker. So if Tucker is one of the big guys, and I hope he wasn't one of the guys they was talking about, but I will say like this: if Vince McMahon them just rebranded Tucker, I think Tucker could be a pretty good thing. I mean, we can come up with any kind of gimmick, but I think I'm going about how he comes out to the ring now, and then I mean, just a couple tweaks and things, a couple tweaks to his music and everything. I think he can have a pretty real good gimmick now. I don't know if everybody, I'm not making fun of truckers, but I think Tucker has this look right now that I feel he could do a trucker gimmick. I don't know if everybody will agree with me or not, but I really feel he can probably pull off a trucker gimmick. Um, I think the promos could be real cool, real good, and I mean, I think everybody knows the trucker talk, trucker lingo talk, and so I mean, if he cut a promo like that, I think it will be cool. So let me hear from y'all. Do y'all think Tucker can probably pull off a trucker gimmick? If not, what kind of gimmick you want to see him do? Okay, and then next one we're going to be talking about, I'm gonna come and talk about Vince McMahon because I'm gonna do Otis last. The other thing is I want to come and talk about Vince McMahon's tantrum everybody's been talking about on Twitter and things, and I know, oh my God, Pro Wrestling Unlimited and Amplified has talked about it, but I'm gonna come and talk about it and give my opinion because I'm gonna put this like this. I'm gonna put it, Vince McMahon, you the reason why these big guys are not being booked in the right way and booked right. So what gives you the right to have a little tantrum? The way they're being booked is all on you. It depends on who they wrestling. It's like you want the certain smaller guy to win. You favor certain guys. So you're trying to say you're not happy of how your bigger guys are wrestling, your bigger guys are performing. That's all on you. So to get me to say, then after that part that came out early yesterday evening. All right. Then probably about 2 hours later, it was another, I saw this other video. Also, it ties in with this. Somebody linked the names of the wrestlers who they was talking about. Okay, who were the wrestlers? One of them was, guess what? Otis. I'm going, I didn't think Otis was performing that bad, wasn't performing bad, but I think Otis deserved more than what he's getting. Gonna get to him in a minute. To get me to say Otis' name, when I heard Otis' name. I heard AJ Styles' bodyguard. Kato name came out. Oh, Keith Lee name was in the batch, and y'all, I'm gonna say this, and I'm being very honest. I wouldn't be too surprised that Braun Strowman name is in there on that list. To get me to say, they got Adam Pearce, really, and Drew Gulak training these guys and many others. I don't know who are the others. 2 times out of a week. I'm going, to me, this is where I would draw the line where I feel like these male wrestlers was disrespected. Whoever linked the names, they should be ashamed of themselves. To get me to say, I really wish Vince McMahon take a look at himself because he's the reason why they are not being booked in the right way. You can't always blame them on their abilities. You is how you do things. One is how you do things. Number two is how you do things. Number two is who you want to win. And thing is who you favors is number two. And then number three is the way you book these guys. Yeah, I'm gonna say it. Vince McMahon, it's time for Vince McMahon to go home and hand the reins to Stephanie, Shane, and Triple H. But I think Triple H would do a little bit more better on Raw and SmackDown and try to make things done in the right way. So, yeah. Okay. And before I go, I wanted to come and talk about Otis. Now, with Otis, I just don't, like I'm saying, I'm a big fan of Otis and everything. I think his abilities, what he does in the ring, is pretty good. It's not on the Vince McMahon level, but it is pretty good. He does moves that you have never seen somebody do. So I'm just gonna say it. What's going on? Because I felt like taking the Money in the Bank briefcase off of him was the wrongest thing to do. Is one. Number two, I feel like I'm gonna feel like um they could have wrote a story that he cashed that Money in the Bank contract in on Sami Zayn. Come on, they could have did that, but no, they decided to take the briefcase off of him and give it to Miz. That was the worstest thing. I will say the worstest thing they did. So yeah, it was the worstest thing they did. Now I'm gonna come just for a bonus. I'm gonna come and talk about Miz and Morrison in that briefcase. Now, as y'all know, Miz won that briefcase, but he wouldn't want if Tucker made that mistake. So I'm going. Why they don't? I don't know why they want to push. Like I told y'all, I don't hardly talk about Miz, and I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna say this. Do I let's just say Miz is an okay wrestler to me in my book, but he's not my couple grade wrestler I like. All right, now John Morrison, now that's my grade. Why they don't? I would have thought they would have had after Miz got the Money in the Bank briefcase. I would thought they would have had John Morrison and Miz fighting over the case, the briefcase and everything. So we didn't see that. So I'm gonna put the question out there. Do we want to see Miz and John Morrison fighting over the briefcase of who's going to cash in that Money in the Bank briefcase and things? So y'all, that is it for my wrestling talk. Until then, I'm Alicia. Don't forget to thumbs up this video, comment below, and subscribe to my channel. Bye.